Hello and welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me today for the Cancer 2022 horoscope. Well, another big year is rocking up very soon. It's just around the corner. But this year is a little bit different to 2020 and 2021, thankfully. It's far more positive. Things are starting to trend up. Okay, and even though I know that a lot of us have suffered in many different ways over the last couple of years, it's been particularly tough. And on the outside world, we might still see a lot of polarity and opposition, a lot of volatility and chaos in the world. Do know that in spirit, the new energies are starting to filter through. And we've got Neptune sextile Venus this year, which I'll talk about when I come to your horoscope, which is a beautiful energy, and that's really going to help us with love, compassion and understanding. We all need that so much now. There are some sorts of usual things. We have Mercury going retrograde 4 times. We start the year with Venus retrograde until the 29th of the month. And we have 4 eclipses, which is not unusual. Okay, so 2020 we had 6 eclipses. Like, that was just one after another. You no sooner get through processing a change or some change, and then there's more change. So 4 is not too bad. One of the big events of the year, though, that will affect most people in some form in the world is the Pluto return in the USA. It comes around every 248 years. That's how long it takes Pluto to do an orbit of the sun. And basically it'll be sort of similar circumstances to when the Constitution was signed in the US. So there was that sort of lead up of volatility. And remember that Pluto does represent life, death and rebirth. And so we can expect some sort of death process, which we've actually already been going through. It doesn't just start on February 12th, 2022, that there's some major incident, although there could be. It actually starts before that, because the planets and the cosmos is actually more fluid, like a river. So don't think it's that particular day. And it will actually continue well into 2024. So the volatility is not going to go away, but a rebirth will come, and so we'll see signs of that this year. So that is really exciting. We can expect in the US, because the Constitution is such a fundamental part of governance in the US, we can expect some change to the Constitution, maybe a reinterpretation. Perhaps it's rewritten, certain parts are rewritten in some way, that would be phenomenal. That would be incredible, because it's never happened, as far as I know, that the US Constitution has been rewritten. Whether or not you live in the US, it's going to affect all of us in some way, because we find that a lot of governments take their clues from the US. So Australian government is very quick to follow whatever the US is doing, regardless of who is in power, whether, who the president is, or whether it's a GOP or the Democrats. Australia always follows the US. So we can expect some changes in our laws depending on what the US is doing. And if you think about climate change, if you're in Australia, our government was very, very slow. Now all of a sudden they keep saying they're doing things, but they haven't been doing things for 30 years. So because we're following the US, of course, in that. So it's a big year, it's an important year, and basically what I'll do now is I'll draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the year for you. Then I'll have a look at your horoscope in depth, and then I'll do a psychic channeling at the end. So let's go to the board and see what these 2 cards have to say. This is your horoscope for the year, a lot happening. And we're going to draw these cards now and see what we get. I'm going to go back here. No, I'm going to do that one. I dropped the cards before. trying to rush to get ready. I don't read reverse cards because there's enough in there without adding extra. So, all right, so we're going with this. No, we're going with that one. We're going with this card here. I get the colour aqua, blue and green, which is a very pretty colour. And there's a feeling of expansiveness. There's a feeling of growing. But there's some kind of intellectual understanding with it, okay? So growing and understanding what to do, what decisions to make in order to grow your life. The card that comes up is the Queen of Wands. This is fabulous. This is a very talented woman, and she does use her head. See, she's got a crown on her head here, so she has a brain. But there's a lot of insight going on. We've got green and yellow here and blue. The sunflowers represent the sun, and the sun is about security, warmth, light, insight, awareness. So there's all these green leaves in the background, the growth I was talking about. She's seated on a wooden throne because she is in touch with reality. She has her feet on the ground. She's practical, okay? But Queen of Wands is extremely motivated and inspirational. You know, people look at her and they look up to her, basically. So it's usually an honourable woman or feminine energy, spiritually inclined. She's probably very affectionate and loving. And you see she has a wild cat down the bottom here, which is a bit like a Bengal cat. And so this is, again, listening to your instincts, okay, and getting in touch with your feminine side. This is a beautiful energy for you, caring Cancerians, for 2022. All right, let's look at the second card, a theme card. If you want to, you can think of this as the first half of the month and the second card as the second, if that appeals to you. Just see how you feel. Okay. All right, that one I will take. All right, closing my eyes now. What do I see? Pearls. Pearls always mean pearls of wisdom. What you say is important, and other people recognize what you say is important. So they listen, okay? So that's sort of exciting. Actually, you notice this card was reversed, and then I turned it upright, and that is because I'm now getting that something that's been a bit on its head in your life, you're going to fix it. There's a situation you're going to fix. I can see like a square box and all this energy coming out of the box. So I think you're going to get out of some restrictive situation this year, and you're going to fix something, and then this waterfall comes down over the box, I can see, and that's like washing everything away. Gives you more energy. Okay, maybe this is to do with your finances, because this is the Four of Pentacles. It suggests that there's some difficulty, because you see these mountains. There's a mountain in the background, and then there's a mountain on either side, and it's like a gorge. But the thing about this is, if she turns around, she'll see there's a pathway through. Okay, so even though there's challenges, there's still a pathway through. She looks like, that's a stone tablet, but to me it always looks like the lid of a laptop. So through work and through her own labour, she will be rewarded. Okay, so Four of Pentacles, money coming to you, but you need to work or make some sort of situation where, you know, things can play out in the physical world. So it is you know, maybe you prefer to win the lottery, but this is somebody who can work their way out of trouble. Okay, if it was reversed, which it's not, it would suggest somebody who is maybe too enamored with money, or, you know, clinging to money or something. The issue there, of course, is they define their own wealth. They define their own value by their wealth. Okay, they think the more money they've got, the better person they are, or some sort of logic like that, I suggest. Okay, they're the two cards. Now let's have a look at your horoscope in depth. I'm just going to make this a bit bigger so you can see it. There is a lot going on, but do bear those two cards in mind. Okay, and with this is very creative and inspirational. This will help you make money if that's what you wish to do. First thing to note is the moon over here is opposite the ascendant. So this is the descendant. So this is basically saying that there's a lot of emotions, and you're ruled by the moon, Cancer, so you know about this. So it could be an emotional year, because this is how the year is starting on the 1st of January. This is sort of like a template, if you like, that's being laid down. So it starts off with the moon here, and it's to do with other people. Okay, the ascendant's about you, the descendant's about other people and their relationship to you. And so it's a good time this year if you can have time out and protect your privacy, have some solitude at home and that sort of thing. We've got Saturn squaring Uranus, which I will talk about when I come to your horoscope in depth. Everybody's got that. And we'll see Saturn here, squaring Uranus here. Saturn in your 8th house of shared resources and intimacy. There's some sort of restriction or limitation around that. Uranus in your house of friends, groups, hopes and dreams. So they're sort of like opposite energies. Uranus is volatile, likes things to happen quickly, turbulent, like a bolt out of the blue. Sometimes even brings good luck. However, can also mean that something unpredictable and unexpected happens. So they're sort of opposite energies, and we need to integrate both. 4 eclipses in Scorpio and Taurus, affecting your 11th house and also your 5th house, this axis between your creativity, the world of the child, perhaps even romance. So fun and leisure and pleasure, and also other people. So again, there's some sort of balance. Maybe you can go out with other people and have fun, and sometimes you won't be able to. And so there is a bit of tension there sometimes. Venus retrograde here in your 7th house of significant partnerships starts off the year. And so if things go quieter in that regard up until the 29th of January. It just means you have to find a new way to deal with the important people in your life, and even your business partners, not just your partnerships, your husband, your wife, etc. Jupiter is doing a dance between the 9th and the 10th house. Going into the 10th house brings a lot of energy to your career zone and your general life direction, and it's also something to do with your parents. So there might be more energy, you spend more time with your parents, and the relationship gets stronger in some way. Jupiter brings good luck into your life. It also brings mentors and coaches, okay? So that could be a parent, or that could be somebody that coaches you or teaches you how to have the job that makes your heart sing. So super important. Okay, so they're the main sorts of things, but I'll go through other aspects here. So up until the 24th of March, we've got Uranus sextiling your MC, and this means your career could advance very nicely now. It's a positive time, you feel excited about your career, and there's more creativity and originality going into, what you normally do. Up until the 1st of February, Pluto conjuncts Pluto, so deeply rooted and instinctual energies are activated now. You might feel driven to do something instinctively but not really understand why you're doing it, but that's okay. Spirit knows why you're doing it, and be cautious with money though. You need to use logic with money. Up to the 8th of February, Neptune conjuncts Neptune, giving you a wild and vivid imagination. You might pay attention to your dreams and little flashes you get in the daytime. If you're sensitive, you'll probably feel it, but if you don't really think you have any psychic ability, you probably won't. Up to the 10th of January, Saturn conjuncts Saturn. You might question major commitments and decisions you've made in your life, such as your career choices. And with this going on here, you may change jobs this year, and so your ideals and ambitions are gradually shifting to a new focus. It's a period of rebirth and renewed optimism. I'll just have a drink, sorry. Alrighty, Saturn sextiles Mars up into from the 8th of January to the 26th of January, bringing cooperation and harmony with colleagues and co-workers. If you're in a club, a team or an organisation, anything that you undertake to do will probably work out very well. Teamwork and coordinated effort is blessed. 20th of January to the 6th of February, Venus sextiles your MC. You can meet new people now, and also authority figures are likely to help you. Okay, there's like new people coming into your life and bringing opportunities. You can socialise with these new people, and the effect is probably going to be positive. 22nd of June to the 4th of February, Venus trines Uranus, brings unexpected pleasures, new friends, a more playful, adventurous attitude, and you probably want to break free from your usual routine. You want to experiment, be spontaneous, and it's time for a refreshing change of pace. A new romance or revitalisation of a current one is very likely. 14th of February to the 23rd of February, Jupiter conjuncts your MC, bringing a fortunate change in circumstances in your work or career. You may receive a promotion, a job offer, a large contract, or a new or a salary increase. You step up out of a situation that became limiting and restrictive. So this is going to help you here with this Four of Pentacles energy from this tarot card. So more money is on the cards. 10th of November 21 to the 24th of March 22, Uranus sextiles MC, which came up before. Just a very positive time. So there's a lot here about your career. And so it does look like, you know, you may consider a new job. For up to the 4th of March, Jupiter squares Mars. Now, normally a square, you think it's a hard negative aspect, but not with Jupiter, because it sort of tones Jupiter down a little bit, which can be overconfident, you see. So this gives you boldness, and it's like you're enterprising. And if you feel hemmed in by present circumstances, you can see a way out now. You want to enlarge your horizons. You can break free of present limitations. Look at a new job, new places to live, more opportunities coming into your life. If you have a business, you'll probably increase advertising or peruse new business opportunities. 11th of February to the 6th of April, Neptune sextiles Venus, bringing compassion, sympathy, love, and concern into your life. And this hits a couple of times in the year, so this is not the only time. Your heart reaches out to other people more readily, and you're willing to extend yourself and offer assistance. If there's somebody you've been having difficulty communicating with because maybe there was some sort of barrier between you, it's possible now to breach that barrier and become friends again. The 8th of February to the 3rd of April, Uranus squares Saturn, and it almost happens again at the end of the year on October 4th, but it's not exact, it's 30-something minutes out. Yeah, and it's a difficult time period. We've been dealing with this through 2021, and things just don't work out the way you want. You're hoping, you know, that people are, you know, narky, or, you know, things just want to run their course, you know, and if you resist it, probably, you know, you're fighting, wasting your energy. You just have to sort of go with the flow and try to get the balance between the wild, sort of chaotic energy that wants to change things and the status quo, structured, slow type of Saturnian energy that wants things to stay the same. It could be hard to get things done on time as well. 24th of March to the 2nd of April, and Jupiter is conjuncting Neptune. Your mind wanders away to faraway places. Your imagination is kindled with thoughts of the exotic, mystical and fantastic. You might feel bored in your daily routine, but it is a great time to go on a vacation, even if it's just a mini break, okay? Because you find yourself daydreaming a lot, perhaps. 16th of April to the 25th of April, and then again 25th of September to the 6th of February 2023, Jupiter sextiles Pluto. This is fabulous. There's cooperation with business, government agencies, and influential individuals. People want to help you, and if you're dealing with bureaucracies or authority figures, they may have ignored you in the past, but then all of a sudden they're listening to you. And so they're willing to assist. So that's good news. 30th of April, there's a solar eclipse in your 11th house here, bringing new beginnings to your social life. You could meet new friends, new connections, new groups. You're getting about town, meeting new people. And it's also about your hopes and dreams coming to the fore. From the 5th of May to the 15th of May, Jupiter squares your ascendant, and somebody offers you a very promising opportunity, or perhaps you have an offer for somebody else and you think it will be mutually beneficial, and it will. 10th of May to the 27th of October, and then 20th of December to the 16th of May 2023, Jupiter in Aries moves into your 10th house here, okay? You can expand your career and general life in a big way. It's like good luck is coming. The angels are there to help you, finally. And then we have on the 15th of May, lunar eclipse in your 5th house of creativity. It's also the world of the child, including your inner child. This could be strongly activated, so you need to get some playtime in. The hurt little child, things that happened in our childhood, nobody got off scot-free where their child wasn't hurt at some point, their inner child. And so now it's time to take care of your inner child and really take her out for a good time. So leisure and pleasure, also romance. You might find stuff from the past could be dredged up, but that's not a bad thing. 16th of May to the 10th of August, Neptune sextiles Pluto, bringing tremendous psychological and inner growth. It takes a while before it filters down to the physical level, but spiritually you're preparing, you're getting yourself set up because you're eliminating deeply ingrained negative attitudes. 17th of October to the 12th of November, Jupiter squares your ascendant, somebody offering you a promising opportunity again, or maybe you can help somebody out so you both win. 25th of October, solar eclipse in Scorpio in your 5th house here, brings new beginnings with romance, fun, leisure. Your creativity can really skyrocket here. 8th of November, the lunar eclipse in Taurus in your 11th house of groups, friends and connections, but also your hopes and dreams. You could be, really going out and enjoying yourself this year. So it's time to have a little bit more fun in your life, caring Cancerians. All right, so that's your horoscope. I'm just getting, with the money, don't worry too much because it's like there's enough. You can handle this, you can manage this situation, and there'll be enough so that you can afford to enjoy yourself. All right, I'll just close my eyes now. Oh, I do seem to be stuck. I don't know why that happens sometimes, so let's go back to the board. I'll close my eyes anyway. Just remember that card. I'll just move this card over here like that. All right, so caring Cancerians, what do I see for 2022? Okay, so have you been going out to restaurants? I'm in a restaurant, there's knives and forks, it's a fancy restaurant, so something coming up like that, a time of celebration with friends or family, and I feel like it's quite soon. This could be connected with Christmas because I'm doing this in December 21. But it doesn't seem so much Christmassy, it seems just more general celebrations, and again that theme of going out and having fun. I'm seeing a large pot an earthenware pot, and it's like one that sits on the floor. This is about, it's like an amphora of wine. You know, in the olden days, the ancient days, an amphora of wine was like a store of value, and so they would trade those amphorae, I think it is the plural, and so they were worth, they had value, and so they could be traded. But it also has another meaning, and that is the ability to hold emotion, okay? And you hold that emotion within and you work with it, and you can change it. So it sets yourself free by the work you do on your own inner emotions. So acting as a container, a sacred container for your emotions, and treating yourself and your emotions with respect. Somebody's just handing me, it's like a white lotus in their hands, and that's sort of like a symbol of spirituality. So even though I haven't talked about spirituality a lot in this reading, it's still always there with you. And so, yeah, the balance of that with earning money and going out and having fun does seem to be there. I see the moon, and it's a crescent moon, and it's in the waxing phase. So this is like saying things are getting more and more increase. It's about increase, basically. Alrighty, so that's it. I hope this is useful for you. Have a wonderful year. I know you will. And if you're new, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell right now. Thanks for sharing, and leave a like or a comment. I would appreciate that. Have a wonderful year, everyone. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website, absolutesoulsecrets.com, for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.